Now, if he was using charting, he would have you buy it when it was in December. Here was the buy signal right on the bottom. It's the only time you buy it. Now, the other time you would have bought it, you go all the way back here. Another time you would have bought it is back here in March. See, because March was the only time it pulled back to the bottom down here. See it? In March. So actually, you would have bought, in this year, if this is one of your stocks you followed, you would have bought it in March, and this is the rally you would have had on it. You would have, again, you would have saw in December, you would have entered again if you wanted in December when they're both on the bottom. Only 2 times during the year, it was an investment. That's it. That's when you invest. When this guy is on the bottom and the S&P is on the bottom. But for now, just so you know, you see the difference? So when you're with the gang, you don't buy when Cramer buys, when it's overbought, because he's a typical Wall Street guy. They know they can get you to buy, okay, anytime a stock is at a high point, because they know you get excited, and they know you're greed. I better get in before it goes higher. So he's from the old school. So he's really probably shorting you. He's telling you to buy so he can short you, because believe me, he's smart. He bought at the same time, guarantee it, when we bought it. If he didn't, if he's buying, following the noise, then he's pretty dumb. Okay, so anyway, so that's why you never buy a stock. So if you want to use my system or use his system, and his system is not just him is all Wall Street. So once you join the gang, this is what you're going to do. You're going to wait patiently, and you wait until, as an investment, till it's lined up on the bottom. Or if you don't want to buy it as an investment, for example, you notice in November, okay, it was on the bottom on this chart, but not on this chart. It was still coming down. Well, you can buy what we call a swing trade, just a very short period of time. You just want to buy for a couple of days, okay? But I'll get into that later when you're a gang member. For now, my point I'm making, my system versus Cramer's system, so much better, because we make sure you only get in when the institutions are getting in, and then now we're shorting it. So we're making money as it's going down. See how it's going down? We're making money now as it's going down. So when he told his people on TV, and they had the president on telling what great company it was and all the noise, who cared? The day the president was on, this thing starts falling. Who cared? I follow the money. I don't follow the noise. That's a very good example right there, okay? All right, let me give you one more. Give you an example of another one. Let's take, he's talking about DPZ, Domino's Pizza, and why you should buy Domino's Pizza, because they changed the sauce. He likes the sauce, so he told you to buy it. So he had everybody buy Domino's Pizza up here. What are you, nuts? Are you nuts? So let's go check the money. Well, let's go down to this chart, this most important one. Okay, now, he should have bought it in December. Here you should be selling it. So when he told you to buy it up here, because they made an announcement there's going to be new sauce, and they got new sandwiches on the menu, and that's what he said. He's talked about, because it's got new sandwiches and new sauce. Are you nuts? So using my system, we buy this stock when the stochastic on this chart was right on the bottom. Okay, and then again on this chart, right on the bottom. See, both in December. That was our buy signal right here. So we already owned it. He's telling you to own it from here. Now, there's only one place this is going to go. This never lies. When this turns and comes down, this is overbought. This would mean the institutions right now, they already bought it. They're getting out now. This means they're getting out. So when this red line crosses this white dotted line, you better be out of there, because it's going to start failing. See how it's failing already? See this in a shorter time period, the red already crossed the white dot. See how it's failing already? So as this goes down, this can go down. It takes 3 months for this to get down to the bottom. So for the next 3 months, this thing can come all the way back here. So we had people get in here. And that's what they all do. Mutual funds, all of them, they all do the same thing. They always get you at the top. Why? Because it's much easier to get people in, okay, in the stock right at the top because everybody's excited. Okay? All right, very good. All right, as far as the S&P, the stock market, take a look at it, see how it's falling apart. But we knew that was going to happen. So everybody on CNBC was telling you to buy, that the stock market was just starting at 10,000. 10,000. They said start buying it now. It's a good deal at 10,000. Look what happened. The minute he said that, look at this. Let's put up the Dow. Okay, so he said to start buying it at 10,000, meaning it was up here, right? Is he out of his mind? The stock market, why would we start buying it at 10,000? We already bought it back here. We already bought it back here. So he's trying to say, we bought it here. He said, instead of buying at 6,500, he said, don't worry about this. He said, start buying here at 10,000. It's a steal. What? The stock market's already moved 65%. And some of these stocks have moved 400, 1,200%. You want to buy them now up here? The market's just starting at 10,000. Are you nuts? See how these guys think? They always try to get you in. Why? Because they can short you. All right, so let's look. My system versus Cramer or Wall Street, we knew to be short. So when he was telling you to buy, Cramer told you to buy the stock market right back here. Okay, right in this area right here. We were shorting it when he was telling you to buy it because we could tell on this chart first. This chart in January, see it, January 1st, we got right back. It was telling you it was ready to crack. Right in the institution, you see the money pouring out. See it? See how the money's going out? So you know it's money's coming out. And sure enough, look at this. Long term and near term. So he had you buy exactly at the wrong place. Money came pouring out, and he was telling you to buy here. So again, don't follow the noise. Follow the charts. Okay? Join the gang, and you really become good at charting. And guess what? Never again will you make that mistake. And you always say, it seems like every time I buy a stock, it goes down. Every time I get out, it goes back up. That'll never happen to you again. And you never have to ask anybody, what do you think the market's going to do? All you do is look at this chart right here. Here it is, the S&P. Or take any individual stock. Okay, take U.S. Steel. We know U.S. Steel right now, long term, okay, was ready to sell short, and we did. We sold it short right here. We knew institution money was coming out. There it is. See it? That told us it never lies. It never lies. Amazing, isn't it? It never lies. You can always depend. I'll give you an example. See here in September? Now let's go down to this chart. Look at September. See this? See this right here? It's rolling over. Look at this. In September, what happened? The market cracked. This was actually telling the truth. See it? I was rolling over here. And what happened? The market went from here down to here. We knew in advance. The institutions were pulling their money out. Then we knew to get back in. See right here? Money was going in. See right here? The institutions were putting their money in. See in November? And short-term November. And let's look up here, see what happened. And it went straight up. So tell me, when's the better time to get in? On my system or Cramer's system? See you on the charts.